All right, glowers. Y'all know what time it is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and glow. All right. Y'all, let's see who's in here. If you're in here, make sure you put your glowers up. Make sure you put your glowers up. I got some big news for everybody today. Let's make sure that we get in here and we are on, because we're on schedule. We're on time. We're on time. We are on time. Make sure that we get this moving early because we have such big stuff coming up. Y'all, let me see who's all in here. And you remember, you all, if you are on YouTube and not StreamYard, I cannot necessarily see you. So we must make sure that you put your glower up, because to put a glower up, that means put up a star, put up a light, put up anything that represents glowing, because I can't see YouTube from here. I'm trying to check on another screen. Y'all see who's digging a new look. Okay. Y'all, I done came up here. Saucus Ray said I came up here and I got Georgia peachified. That's what she told me I did. I have the peach hair going on. They call it flames. It's flames. Y'all, I got my director's glasses in. Okay. I've got because it's official, y'all. It's official. And y'all, I have just been feeling so good. The workouts have been incredible. The time spent here just back in the bosom. I like to keep saying just back in the bosom has been incredible. Let's make sure that we are in here. So we're waiting for our guests today. We're waiting to glow up. We're waiting to glow up with our guests. It is going to be Styles by Chi. Y'all know me. Y'all know I do like to make sure that we share the platform, that we bring on guests, and that we're able to really engage. This thing is about glowing up, right? So that's what we're planning on doing. So let me just check a couple of, because I have some emails going on. I have some things happening. And I want to just make sure that everything is on the up and up, and that no one's stuck, because I know sometimes some people have problems going, back and forth. They get stuck. So let me just go ahead and check. Yes. So when I tell y'all, I am so pleased to be here. So glad to be in the building with everyone today. All right. So as soon as we have our guest on, we're gonna talk about some styles by Chi. Y'all, let me tell you, I was so impressed with this sister's just whole profile, whole MO. I found her on Facebook, and I like to just pride myself on providing an opportunity to people that, just because a lot of times what we see, someone else has, they've been vetted, they've been pulled, they've been, back and forth a lot, but they don't get that proper, how shall we say, they don't get that proper recognition, because there's so many people that want to get that shine. So what I like to do is look for people that necessarily did not get those same opportunities. And I like to bring them to the forefront too. So y'all see I have some reflection in my, hey, Iron. Ooh, Iron. I haven't seen you in a minute. Absolutely. How are you? Oh my gosh. Where have you been? Have you been working? Yes. Let me show you. Yes, I'm here. Hey, Miss Hurricane. Hi there. Okay, everybody, make sure you put your glowers up, because remember, you guys, I'm on. All right, Noir Veganista. I love it, because you know what I'm doing over here in the A. Y'all, I have dates booked already for this Mahogany Grove Bistro to go. You hear me? I cannot believe it, y'all. Man, God is so good. I'm sorry, I said Mahogany Grove. Excuse me, Magenta Grove. I had to change that on you, y'all. Y'all know I had a little business in Miami, and I had to move some stuff around. So when I had to move those things around and I had a partner on what my previous business was, sometimes where you're going, not everybody else can go. So, we got into a big thing about the name because I felt like I came up with the name. He felt like he came up with the name, or we came up with it collectively. So you know what God told me to do? Let it go. I had to let it go, like Haley Stayfield said, y'all. Let me go. I just let it go. And I said, let him keep the name. If you're that good, you can come up with another name. So yes, Magenta Grow Bistro to Go was born. So that's where we're at right now. Yes, girl, that's a whole word. Come on, Miss Hurricane. Noir Viennese, I'm so glad you're here today. Thank you. Put up your glowers. You guys, we're in here today. Put up your glowers if y'all are in here, because y'all know I can't. I don't have any access to my my glowers. I don't have no light bulbs. I don't have no lights, no flashlights. I don't know how to do this onto the StreamYard. And I'm not, like I said, when I'm in here, I'm not on YouTube. So I got to figure out how to do both at the same time without being the echo. Okay, Iron, you're driving, so I'm gonna put you up a glower. I'm gonna put up a glower in the screen just for you, Iron. I'm gonna find a glower to put up. Somebody put up a glower for Iron. It sure is, my sister Renee. How is my niece doing, sis? How is my niece doing? Absolutely. It sure is, Renee Love from Facebook. Girl, how are you? We have a special guest that we're waiting on, another sis from Facebook. You might have seen her, StylingByChi. She is a Nigerian stylist, and she's amazing. And I just cannot wait that she gets in here, because we've been talking about, I've been, looking at her work. And, right now, this is what it is, y'all. We need to get to a point where we are, we're making our own stuff, and we're grabbing into our own fashions, and we're making it work that way, right? So somebody please put up a glower for Iron, because he's driving. Iron, I want to thank you so much. Y'all, let me tell y'all, Iron has been rocking with me from the very beginning. I want to say, if not my first 10 subscribers, if not my first 10, my first 20. He was literally one of my first 20 subscribers to this channel. And I want to thank you, Iron. Iron was here before we reached even 100. So y'all know it's official. We did reach 500 subscribers. So again, if you want to be considered for that $500 giveaway, you need to email me a copy of your subscription. A copy. That's all you need to do. That's all you got to do. It's easy. Just face shot me the subscription and send it to me email. That's right. That's right. That's right, Iron. So Taylor is here. My moderator is here. So y'all know what time it is. When the moderator is here, you know it's time to glow. It is time to glow. We cooking with gas now, baby. My moderator is here. Miss Taylor, the lovely Miss Taylor Natural, is in the building. So again, if you want to be considered for that 500, because we are officially over 500 subscribers, y'all. I know y'all were thinking, Courtney, you should have made that subscription, last week. We've been over for about 2 weeks. Yes, we have. But y'all know how YouTube trips. Sometimes YouTube gives and sometimes they take it away. So I wanted to make sure we were well over the 500 before we put out the sweepstakes. So again, if you want to be considered, Noir, Renee, tell me something I don't know. My daughter stays whispering in my ear about all stuff that she likes. Let me tell you, I had to start a whole separate Instagram channel for her, for people that want to contribute to her dessert campaign. It's called Never Enough NYC Desserts. Please go to IG and check it out. If you would like to support, thank you, Taylor. Taylor is putting up the glowers. Taylor is putting the glowers up. Thank you, Taylor. But if you want to contribute, because let me tell you, money that comes in my way is going towards me and us getting everything nicely established. Y'all, somebody put me up a glower if y'all loving the new do. Because I'm telling y'all, I'm feeling myself. So put up a glow, put up a star, put up a flashlight, put up something if y'all are feeling this new do. Did your girl come through the way your girl said she was going to come through? I told y'all up here in Atlanta, it was going to be a whole new me. It was going to be, thank you, Renee. I told y'all, let me tell y'all, let me tell y'all, let me just be 100% in Miami. You know, I was feeling good. Don't get me wrong, because God is good no matter where you are. God's not going to lead you and leave you. But when I tell y'all, when I was meeting people and they were realizing that I was the Courtney that, you know, they went to school with, I was the Courtney that da-da-da-da from years back. And they were like, oh, yeah, okay. I didn't like that. I'm like, you know, I want people to be surprised. Because I remember in Philly, that's the way I felt when I would meet people or when I would see people that I literally was in school with just 2 years ago. When they would see me in Philly and how I was like vibing and moving, they would be like, oh my gosh, Courtney. And I'm like, I started to get in Miami and it was like, people would be like, oh yeah, Courtney, that's right, Courtney. And I'm like, what? What's that? So I had to get some of that. Philly, some of that Philly fire back, y'all. So I went back to my original. Well, this was not my original hair color, but my hair color in Philly for most of the time that I was there, it was Flame of Desire, which is this color, but it became very pumpkin spice, and so people used to call me Pumpkin Spice because they used to call me Pumpkin because I would still be getting the blonde. Like some of the blonde highlights when I did micros, and anybody that knows me knows that I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Renee. Anyone that knows me knows that I used to really rock micro braids. Like I rocked micro braids all throughout high school. Mostly through the last year of high school, but all throughout college in the first like 5 years of my life, definitely. And the glasses, y'all know who inspired the glasses. Now I'm not in my normal glow up studio spot, which is a part of my other big news that I wanted to share with you all today. But in my glow up studio, y'all know who I'm inspired by. Y'all know who it is. It is none other than the brother Malcolm Little, known as Malik El Shabazz. Okay, Malcolm X. And so I had to put on my glasses. When I get everything scooped back over, they used to call Malcolm Detroit Red. I'm Philly Red, y'all. I'm Philly Red, smoothing down my little hair there. So we are 10 minutes in. You guys, if you do not have those lights up, get those lights up, you guys. Definitely. Thank you so much, Taylor the Natural. Absolutely. Thank you so much for making sure that we have all of our glowers up. And remember, if you are one of my 554 subscribers at this point, please make sure you screenshot you're subscribed and you send that to groupglowup@gmail.com. I'm going to put that up here. And y'all know I'm also going to put up, if you guys really want to support my daughter and her eating habits, please don't hesitate. Please don't hesitate, because I can't be looking at the cost of Cinnabons and these extracurricular treats she likes to eat, and I'm having to make real life decisions as opposed to them. So if she could have her own fun for that, I don't mind at all. That IG is Never Enough NYC Desserts, and you guys know desserts is spelled with 2 S's, not one. I'm going to get into something a little bit interesting right now, and this is something that I usually don't touch on, you guys, because so many people do touch on it, and I feel like if I'm not being asked about it, if I'm not being brought onto a panel about it to discuss it, then I'm not really going to discuss it too much. But the featureism and the colorism conversation, right? I'm going to go over something that truly happened to me on Facebook. And if anybody wants to kind of get more information about it, you can follow me on Facebook, and it's just literally Courtney Omega. So it's this name, but it's just backwards. So my Facebook is this, Courtney Omega. No way. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Taylor, I've got to see that. You got to send me a picture. Email me a picture, okay? Facebook. Okay. So I'm sending on my Facebook address so you guys can see this, because I really want you guys to follow this story, right? So I don't have the screenshot because, remember, Facebook is on my social media phone. It's not on my laptop, and it's not on my business phone. So I can't share the screen here. But if you follow my account, I will tag you in. Okay, I would tag you in. I've already done this for some other people so they could see what I was talking about, so they see how real it is. You know, because sometimes I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes when I hear some of these colorism and featureism stories, I kind of just feel like, you know, remember when cyberbullying became a big thing, and there were so many people that were reporting cyberbullying, and they got and it came out that they were like doing it to themselves. Like, you know, people were crazy like that. You know, it's just like kind of attention they wanted, not to belittle anyone that really was getting bullied, but it was a happening where a lot of people were. So when people say that they've been experiencing these things with featureism and colorism, sometimes I don't believe them, because I just think that there's a big percent of that population or the demographic that they aren't telling the truth about it. So I just I just let it go. But I do follow, of course, I follow some very active advocate of featureism and colorism content creators. Of course, number one, I follow Rashida Strober, the number one dark skinned activist. I follow her, and she always brings receipts, and I see them. Of course, Chrissy brings receipts, and I see them. Hey, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a minute. I have not seen you in a minute. Hello, welcome back. Y'all put y'all glowers up. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know y'all know what we here to do. Okay, let's do this. So at any rate, because I told you I don't want to get distracted from, you know, too much of the story, because I tend to do that. I tend to see my people coming, and I tend to have these other side conversations. So welcome back. Welcome back. So I go with people that have receipts. Paris Milan brings receipts. Chrissy brings receipts. Lock Honey Princess is another one that brings receipts. Nima does very good, you know, research and bringing receipts. So there are a few that bring receipts, and wow. You have been working hard. And I just heard what you said too, Taylor, that you avoided social media because you were bullied. Absolutely. And thank you so much, Taylor. Taylor's the best. She's, you know, a great moderator. Thank you so much for welcoming P back in, because let me tell you, it's been a minute. P was around during the earlier time. I think P might have heard about that $500 sweet thing giveaway. P was like, let me be counted. Remember, to apply to that sweepstakes, you want to email me a copy of your subscribe, and you just send that over, because remember, you guys, the way YouTube is set up, I don't see all of my subscribers. They'll just tell me my number, but I can't see all of my subscribers. So send me a copy, send me a screenshot of your subscribe page, of the page with you subscribed on it, where you can see subscribe and you can see my name and your name, and just put that over. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I usually don't have this conversation. But let me tell you guys what happened. So the other day, y'all, you know, I'm official with these glasses, so I'm gonna lean in for y'all. Okay. The other day, I'm minding my business, and I see, because y'all know I'm a Cancer queen. You know, I celebrate my birthday in the illustrious month of July. Y'all know I'm a firecracker, literally and figuratively. So I was, you know, whenever Facebook gives me the announcement that somebody else's birthday is coming up, I definitely for July. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry to my other 11 months. I don't always do it for the other 11 months, you know, but usually for July, I make it very much my business to make sure that I am tuning in to whose birthday is coming up, and I'm on it. So one of my brothers, his name is Melanin King. His birthday was actually, I want to say today is Wednesday. His birthday was on Tuesday. So on Monday, yes, same with me. I can't do those channels too much. And I'm telling you, and because it becomes an issue of the energy in there becomes so toxic. It becomes so toxic that we're not even talking about anything at that after that. We're not even talking about anything. We're not growing. We're not glowing. Surely not. We're just, you know, kind of picking sides, and I don't want to do that. Ooh, Jelani, please tell me, are you over 6 feet? Because you're after my own heart. I know that people say that Cancer shouldn't be couples. But hey, I know people say that cancer shouldn't be couples, but I'm telling you, I have my own little heart. July 11th, well, sir, happy belated, happy belated. So, I'm going to wrap up this conversation really quick. And like I said, if you want to really see how this conversation, how it transitioned and how it escalated it and how it escalated and who escalated it, please follow me on Facebook. I'm almost at 5,000. I want to say I have maybe like 3 or 4 more spots left. But even if you're not a friend, just message me and I'll tag you in. I will tag you in. Y'all know I came from the WWF era when Hulk Hogan was on Friday nights and Saturday nights. I will tag you in and you can see it even if we're not friends. So at any rate, the gentleman said, hey, no disrespect. Now, mind me, I'm on his page just to give him a birthday shout out. I'm not on his page because I'm what do they call it, lurking. I'm not on nobody's page lurking. I'm out there just to give him a birthday shout out. So I noticed on one of his posts, he said, no, hey, dark skinned sister, know that you're loved. You're my type. Hey, brown skinned sister, you're my type. Love you. That sort of thing. I think you're beautiful. Something to that effect. Like I said, you'll see the whole post. Literally, this is what he said. And literally the next comment was someone said, what about us light skin? You don't have no love for us? Y'all. It was like one of those memes where it's like no one, and then it's like absolutely no one, and then it's like, that's what you see. So that's what it was like. It was like no one, absolutely no one. Then you don't have love for us light-skinned sisters. So I was like, you know what? This is crazy. This is ridiculous. So I said, I chime in, and now y'all, I'm sis. Y'all know me, I'm glowing. I'm not trying to, y'all, and if y'all knew me in my past, somebody can tell y'all about Courtney in her past. She didn't mind pulling them out. You know what I mean? I wasn't like what 21 Savage said, we're not cuffing no action. I was cuffing action back then. Okay, I was pulling it out. But not this. I'm glowing up. So I'm trying to get. Thank you. So I said, sister, this post wasn't for you. He wasn't talking to you. He's talking to dark-skinned sisters and brown-skinned sisters, not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm like, hey, he's not talking to you. He's kind of talking to me. But I didn't say that. Yes. Right, Taylor, you're right. So with her doing that, she has subconsciously inadvertently admitted that light-skinned women are coveted in the community because light-skinned women are viewed as prettier. Like that's what she was basically doing. But she couldn't even see that through her own entitlement issue. So she popped back and she was just like, oh, well, we're pretty too, and we're all the same. And I was just like, oh, here we go. That's what happened, Taylor. That's exactly what happened. You guys follow me on Facebook. It's Courtney Omega. That's it. Courtney-Omega. That's it. Okay. That's what I said. I said, sis, you're trying to do this all lives matter stuff, and that's BS. So then he chimed in because brothers wanted to keep the peace. It was his birthday month. He was going to be celebrating his birthday in literally a couple of hours. So I know he was just trying to keep the peace a bit. So he said, well, I think you're beautiful too, talking to, the sister, the light-skinned sister. And so she's like, well, thank you. Y'all, and I'm telling y'all, you can't see, but this is what I felt like. That's the way it looked. Well, thank you. So I said, sister, why would you do that to the brother? Like, don't bogart the brother on his post, the birthday brother at that. Don't try to make this about you. It wasn't about you. Like, he did not say anything to offend nor disrespect you. What he did was make a statement about another group of people that's not you. But that was no way disputing you or your beauty or anything like that. And so for you to come at him and now make him kind of feel like he has to give you, some props, when really it was not to offend you at all. Like what you're doing right now is disingenuous, and what you're being is intellectually, you're being intellectually irresponsible, at this point. So I'm throwing out these type of words, and I'm thinking that sis can follow. Light-skinned sisters need the respect too. We get beat by the cops too. We all came from the same, we black too. Y'all, it went on and on and on. Like I said, follow me on Facebook if you want to see it. I even took the sister to the side and I DM'd her and I said, hey sis, it's like if I say I love basketball, I'm not bashing baseball. I'm not bashing football. And actually I did say I love baseball. That's what I did say, because that's the truth. So if any of you guys are ever looking to send me a little present, baseball tickets would be great. And I would love to go see the Atlanta Braves play. I've only seen them play one time, and that was actually down in Miami, because I go for my birthday every year. I go see the Marlins play. And one year they did actually play Atlanta. So it was great. So, but a couple of those years they played Philly, which was even better. Y'all know I was in that thing. So at any rate, the conversation ensued DM. And let me tell you, she was all pleasant. It was okay. Y'all, when it jumped back into the front screen, then the other screen, y'all, that was all types of bees. I was jealous of her because he called her beautiful and he didn't call me beautiful. Y'all see that? I need one of those memes. Bruh, you had to bogart this dude into a whole compliment. What am I jealous of? So I had to read her, but it was a grown up read, y'all. It wasn't a nasty read. It was a grown up read, but I did have to read her. But y'all, if you want to see the rest of those comments, like I said, please make sure you check out my Facebook, and I will tag you in gladly. And you can see how everything wrapped up. And everything wrapped up with another light-skinned sister telling her that she was wrong. And then she said, oh, okay, I see. Y'all, what would our sister Saucus Ray say? Hamburger. Okay. Hello. As she would say, I'm giving all the credit to my sister Saucus. She's the one that told me I got Georgia petrified. Y'all, I like that. Georgia petrified up in here. So, y'all, we have our guest of the hour here, y'all. I am super, super, super so excited. As y'all know, I'm going to be giving her the screen. Y'all know how I do. I let my guests have it for what they need to have it, and just telling you about how they're glowing up in this journey, what she's doing. I'm a watcher at that point. I'm a watcher at that point because I'm a fan. When I see my people glowing up and shining and becoming leaders in their right, I love it. I'm bringing her to the stream right now. This is Styles by Chi. She's going to tell you all about her fashion journey, and from being a Nigerian creative creator, right, to getting mad respect all over the United States, all over internationally. What has this journey been like for her? And y'all, she's young too. When I tell y'all, when I look at my young sisters and my young brothers, and y'all in y'all 20s and y'all in y'all 30s doing it, it really does. It warms my heart. Now, I'm not, that much removed from 30. I am the last year before we went over to millennial. But when I see y'all doing it in y'all 20s and all, in teens even, it blows my mind. So without any further delay, we are going to bring to the Glow Up Show 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and glow.
Hi.
Hey, she.
How are you guys?
Hello.
It's like a glare. I'm just happy to be here.
Hello.
I'm kind of nervous, so
let me turn you up because I can barely hear you. So I don't know how our guests are, but I can barely hear you. But let me turn you up. So please tell our guests all about. Give me a breakdown of how you got to. How did you get to knowing? Hey, this is what I want. This is my legacy. This is my glow up right here. My fashion situation is what my glow up is right here. How did you get to that?
okay. Growing up, being Nigerian, where I didn't embrace it. That was like before dashikis, that was before everybody was doing the dances and everything like that. I'm a very introverted person, so it was a lot for me. It was just, I didn't want to
You're
embrace
very
it.
introverted.
Yeah, I didn't want to embrace it. I don't want nothing to do with it. Whenever my mom would go to the grocery store, she'd wear the traditional garb and everything like that. But little did I know that that was a sowing seed into what I would do as I got older. So whenever she would wear the bright clothes and the clothing, I would just be like, oh, here she go. Here she go being extra. But then I paid attention to the fabrics. And because I was introverted, don't talk to me. And not in a rude way, but it's just, I don't like being a center of attention or anything like that. So the way I would speak was with my clothing. So without me even having to say anything, you're going to notice what I'm wearing before I even have to speak, before I have to introduce myself. And from then we can engage in conversation. So as I got older, I kind of grew out of that. You have no choice but to grow out of it. And by my freshman year of high school, I met a friend. His name was Anthony Miller. He was a visual artist. And that's kind of how we connected. I was so intrigued by his work, and he was very supportive of me. He understood my shyness, my anxieties, and we just hit it off. So he was very supportive along my journey. So, when I got to high school, that's when I started styling. That's when I started pushing, dressing bright and eclectic, and doing my thing, and found out that I'd love to help style other people and make them feel good. That not only is it, aesthetic, positive or plus, it's in a mental and emotional one as well. Um, when we graduated, it was kind of a weird, shift. And again, he was the one who was very supportive. And shortly after we graduated, he had committed suicide. So that right there was, I guess it was the push that let me know, okay, this is something you really, really need to pursue. I hadn't been taking it seriously, but I mean, I was passionate, but I wasn't really taking it seriously. So I really started pushing it from that point on. And after he passed, I had lost another friend about 2 months later to suicide as well. So after that friend passed, I kind of indulged myself in my work. Wasn't really doing it to just because I love to create. It was because I needed a way out. I needed some therapy. I needed my peace, my space. And after that friend had passed, another friend had passed to suicide. So putting myself in my work wasn't doing it anymore. So I had, sought a therapist, and he really helped. I recommend for creatives, black and brown, all of us, there's nothing against it. There's nothing wrong with you. It doesn't make you crazy. It makes you sane to, hey, I need help. I want to talk to somebody about my growth and my journey, and just, have someone to talk to. So, excuse me, he really helped pour into me. So from that point on, um, I was at a place in my life where I only had God. I only had faith. I only had scripture. I only had, my parents and my family pouring into me. So from that point, you get to a place where it's just me and God, and when he places the gifts in your life, if he gives you a prophetic word, if he gives you, um, anything, some sort of faith, that's what I held on to. So my siblings, I'm the youngest of 10 siblings, and I'm the artist of the family. So I was basically pursuing a gift off of God's word. Excuse me. You have a gift. He's got you. He's going to sustain you. You know that. He wants us to have blessed lives and rich lives. So I held on to that with everything I had, with everything I thought I had. And I just kept pushing it and I kept pursuing it. And I knew that my gift will make room for me. My God will make room for me. So this is what I need to be doing. And he opened doors. This is like, even speaking with you now, it's not me doing it. It's a blessing that he set up just in a crazy way. And that, when, for anybody that's listening, when you walk into your purpose and you get connected and you get in tune with your gift and your calling, the path is set. You don't have to overextend yourself. You don't have to people please. You don't have to do anything. Opportunities and everything like that will find you. So when I understood myself better in my gift, when I understood God better, and my relationship with him improved. So when I'm creating, when I'm styling other people, when I'm styling myself, it's really just putting all of me in it, putting all of my heart, my soul, my ideas, my color blocking, my color theory, everything like that. And that's where styling, excuse me, I don't know what's going on with my throat, styling, people with depression, because my friend had depression, styling children with autism. That's where, growing up and being so introverted, you sit back and you can watch. And I would see how we would treat those who had autism, who were autistic, who were in, some kind of support group, and how we would kind of look at them a certain way. You couldn't eat lunch with them. Um, you couldn't really interact and engage with them. And I knew that styling and being into fashion was my safe haven. It made me feel good mentally. So let me make you feel like you matter because you do. I don't know who made you feel like, with any disability, any illness, or any of the sort, you were human just like me. And I don't know who made you feel like you're less than, but with my gift, I'm going to make you feel like you're great, that you have value because you do. So I believe being set to the side brought me to the forefront to be able to understand and have a level of empathy for people who aren't like me and people that are. So yeah. So it's a blessing to be young and doing stuff. I hope that, my gift can be used to help other people and change people and make people feel comfortable and accept themselves and accept other people. I don't know how you go to the comments.
Chi, I just want to say I never would have thought that. I never would have thought that there was a shy side, but I guess it rocks.
Okay, my phone froze. I'm sorry.
No problem. And I just never would have thought that was wow, that just was even you, because your work is so bold. It's so bold. You know what the whole word you said too, and I wrote that in the chat when you said your gift will make room for you. How about you're the third confirmation I heard of that this week. The first one was Eric. He is he's an incredible, motivational speaker. His Eric Thomas. He said that he had a wonderful podcast about it. And then oh my gosh, Darius Daniels, another pastor, had a wonderful word about the same thing. You're the third person I've heard say that this week, and you're so right. But who would have thought that all of those bold, like you said, with the colors and just with the whole imagery that comes through with your pieces, that you were shy type, that you suffer from, any type of self-doubt. I definitely would not have. Tell me something. Tell me, what has this journey, how has this journey been most fulfilling in regards to speaking on your culture and your nature, with being, like you said, Nigerian, and getting your pieces respected and seen, being a part of fashion weeks and being seen, internationally. What has been the biggest awe-inspiring moment in regards to that? Because your bio was very impressive, and that's why I was so surprised too when I say, hey, yeah, I want you as a guest on the show. You were like, me? Really? And I'm like, girl, did you see your bio? Of course I want you on. So tell me, what has been the most awe-inspiring moment in this journey that, with saying, hey, these have been very humble beginnings, but I'm stepping Nigeria up into the scene and putting us on the map in regard to, before Black Panther happened, we had this fashion thing together. Tell me a little bit about that if you don't mind.
I think it's definitely for me, it's more community, using my gift in the community. So I'd have to say styling people that were similar to me, people that struggled with self-doubt or anxiety or any of the sort. But on a personal level, that really took things back to home was my gift taught me how to love myself. So, being people knowing me at home in Lagos and what I do and seeing my work is an honor, but learning to love me and the roots that I've already have in me, that was like the biggest wow moment because I didn't think I could. It's been a blessing on the journey to be able to become the woman I needed when I was young. So to be able to become that for other boys and girls is great, and to have articles or being able to style big shows is a blessing. But being able to be that person that you needed for you and for other people is the biggest one I could really ask for. To me, I can't take articles, I can't take interviews with me when I go, but I can leave an impact. I can let someone know that no, I want to be like her when I grow up. No, she lets me know that she cares about me, that she'll try to make a way for me. She'll try to pave a way for me through the things that she's doing. So the biggest wow moment was being able to love me for me, my flaws, my kinks, my insecurities. And it taught me how to love other people. It says, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. And I finally have learned to love myself and to love the younger me. And that really kind of set the tone for being back home, for making it back home. Hopefully being the mold and the version of the whoever sees me back home can look at her and say, oh, I want to be like her, because I know that the younger version of myself looks at me now and is like, you made me proud. Thank you for staying true to yourself and hanging in there no matter how hard it got. So that for me has been a great blessing. I never thought it could happen.
Now, who are some artists? Because I know you have worked with some, but who are some artists that you want to style? Like, who are your dream people to style? And don't say me first. Yeah. I'm still waiting for you to ask for my address so you can send me some pieces. I've been getting it together. I can't wait for my glow up line from you. Thank you.
Definitely Issa Rae. Definitely Issa Rae.
Oh my gosh, beautiful, beautiful.
I love her. Issa Rae and SZA. Those are my top two. Those are like my main people.
Now, how can I help in regards to making that come true for you? How do we go about doing that? Because I tell you, anything I can do to help you with your glow up mission, I'm here for it. I'm a director, so I'm trying to glow. I'm directing this glow up campaign. How can we get together and help you do that? Help you style Issa Rae? I think that's a great candidate, and I think that she would be so receptive, and that would be really dope to see your pieces on her.
I've never had anyone ask me like that, something like that before. I
love it. So that's what we're gonna do. Glowers, y'all see, this is a big network, y'all. This is a very big network. So let's see, let's come up with some ideas, because let me tell you, we're gonna make sure when I do this playback, all of your website, everything is going to be in. That's going to be the pinned comment when we have a guest. The guest comment is pinned and nothing else goes before it, so people will be able to see that. We'll be able to get it. So you guys share this video, because you're going to have it linked to this, of course, but you'll also have the links to her social media and as well as her website, so that we can make sure that this gets right before Issa Rae's eyes, and she can get some of her piece style by the one and only. And how honored would I be to say, hey, well, she was a part of our glow up hour power. Absolutely. She's a glower. She's a glower. Wow. Absolutely. Tell me, what did you think about the designs of Black Panther, and why? I remember when the director was saying that the fashion in Black Panther was almost like another character. Speak on that a little bit, because I like to put pieces together, but I do not pride myself at all on being some type of fashionista. But I felt that when he said that. But speak to that a little bit, because you are someone who has, of course, more of an eye, and as well as your expertise are in that market or in that arena as well. Speak to me in regards to what he said, that the fashion of Black Panther was like another character that was a part of the ensemble.
Oh yeah, I definitely I think it was very bold. I think it spoke volume. I think it gave us a voice in a lot of ways. I feel like it kind of I feel like it was very kind of historic how they did. I think it just changed the narrative of how we viewed, how we see ourselves. I can't remember the name of the documentary I watched, but one of the costume designers for Black Panther, just her mind and her sketches and the way she brought it to life, I think it was amazing. I think it's cool to see us not in really traditional clothing, or not really wearing our same old, t-shirts or jeans. It was just amazing to see what we can do with color, what we can do with color scheme, with fabrics, with what our personalities can do with the clothing that we wear. I just think it was amazing.
Now, speaking to that, how many times have you watched it and thought, I would have done this? Girl, don't lie to me right now, girl. Don't lie to me right now. How many times have you watched it and said, you know what, right here, this ensemble could have been this. This is how I would have pulled this off. Because it's no shade. It's no shade. It's just, we're artists. We're artists, and we look at things. I'm a literary artist. I look at things how it was written, and I think, oh, I would have said this. So it's no shade, it's no disrespect, but have there been some times that you watched it again and said, hey, this piece, I could have done this piece here. This piece would have been this could have been a style. This could have been one of my styles up here.
I think maybe like twice at like some parts. When I watched it the first time, I wasn't even thinking about, I was like, oh, you guys outdid yourself. But the second time, certain pieces, maybe it would be cool to just add this color with this color, and add this design with this design, and mix the designs. And so I'd say twice. I'd say twice.
What I loved, honestly, about Black Panther, what I loved really about Black Panther was that it was the first time that I was able to take, my kids to see a movie. I have two. I have a 13-year-old and an 11-year-old. And just be proud of the way we were depicted from top to bottom. Does that sound like too much? Is anybody, you know what I mean? I was just proud of all of the people in there. I was even proud of Killmonger. I was just proud of everybody. I was proud of everybody. Is that do you think that is that consistent? Is that, can you understand and appreciate that? Whereas when we see us sometimes, even in movies that are supposed to be for us, there's always someone that we're kind of like, we're ashamed of. I wasn't ashamed of nobody in that whole thing, I tell you. And Bonku, came through. I was proud. I was proud of everybody walking in that whole movie. I really felt like there was no villain. That's why I really don't like when they classify Killmonger as a villain, because I don't think he was a villain, not in my regard. So I see we got some questions, y'all. So we're closing in on our last 10. So I'm going to definitely let those questions come up to the screen. And if you would like to, Taylor, if you would like to be on camera, if you are ready, I'll drop the link and you can actually come on and ask Chi yourself. And what I'll do is you know what I do. I just mute and I fade to black. I fade to back, not fade to black. I fade to back. I'm already. All right. Hey, y'all better put my stuff on a t-shirt. We got to talk about that. we gotta put that stuff on a t-shirt. All right, Let's see. So this is the first question. I'm going to drop the link, Taylor. If you want to come on, I'll drop the link, but I'm also going to post your question so that our wonderful guests can take a look. And then I'm going to post in the room here. We'll give you a couple of minutes. But this is a question for you. This is from my moderator. Taylor is my she's my brain. I think, because sometimes I'm up here and I become just a mouthpiece. She's the brain. So she said, give her 2 minutes. Okay. So we're just gonna post your question now, Taylor. Question for Chi. How do you feel about monochrome outfits? Do you think that's creative or lazy fashion? And she has another follow-up question, but just for right now, we're gonna post just that one. Okay, so you can go ahead and answer that, and then I dropped the stream and I dropped the link so she can come on, and also she has a couple of other questions to ask, and we are in our last 10 because y'all know with the last 10, this is when we put the pedal to the metal, and this is the funnest part of our hour because we get the questions from our blowers, and also you get the last 5 minutes to do my top 5. Ooh. I know you're looking forward. You are so fun. I just love your smile. Your energy really, it comes through the screen. It really does.
Oh,
you're beautiful. And I love the way the sun is like shining down right in the middle. Like you're glowing. Literally. You are glowing. The glow is finding you. Absolutely.
I'm trying to get like you.
Absolutely. So what do you think about her question? Monochrome outfits. Do you think that's creative or lazy?
I think with everything, it can be creative. I think the way people style it is lazy. It's there's really no originality. So if you have a denim jacket in your closet, would you consider that lazy fashion? And if you did, why? So it's like you can't really consider a certain piece or a certain fabric lazy. If you style it, if you add pink heels, if you add bright blue heels, if you wear a yellow blouse, if you do something, it's all very contingent upon how you wear it. So I definitely think the way people wear monochrome outfits is very lazy, but I think the style itself isn't. I hope that answers your question.
Well, it answered it for me because I told you know what? I like to think of myself as like a colorful person, but believe it or not, I mean, my hair is colored now, but you have to also realize that now I'm able to show a little bit more of myself naturally. Well, not naturally, but a little bit more of myself and how I like to look. Because for the last few years, I was very politically active in the community of where, because I just moved from Miami back up to Atlanta. And I was very politically involved in Miami. And I just felt like I could not really be, as this sounds a little bit weird, but I just couldn't be as fashionable as I wanted to be. I wanted to make sure just the jackets, I wanted to put on my suits, my button ups. I always had my studs. I didn't do hoops. I think I did hoops on the dais maybe twice. And also too, I think that because I was fighting against some, because I was the youngest person that sat on the council, and I didn't want to look like, I was the youngest person that sat on the council. I wanted to look like, hey, I know how to dress like a grown up, and I know how to present myself.
Right.
But this is what I love about being back in Atlanta. I feel like I'm back being, being me and who I feel like I'm meant to be. So I'm going to welcome Taylor onto the panel. She has some other questions for you. And then she's got 2 minutes because when we get to 5:55, y'all, we're going to go with our top 5. I got some good questions for you, sis. All right. Even better than before. All right. So let's welcome Taylor. She's our moderator and she's such a glow girl. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You glow girl, Taylor.
Hi, Taylor. I can't really hear.
So Taylor, you have some spotlight there. You can actually ask your next question. She answered the question about the monochrome. So you have one more question, and then in a minute, we're gonna close out with my top 5 at the bottom 5. Can Taylor hear? I don't know if you can hear. Taylor, are you stuck?
I think so.
Can you hear? Girl, we might have to post your question because it's almost time. Let me see.
Oh, sorry about that. My mic was muted.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, my mic was muted. Okay, so my question was yeah, you answered my first she answered my first question. Yeah, I do like matching outfits, and so I think the aesthetic is very pleasing, especially if it's like a slightly different shade too, like maybe the top is lighter than the bottom. I do that with my athletic wear a lot. And I like to do that with like my dressier outfits. But do you think it can get boring? Because I do like to wear a lot of bright colors. Like I'm wearing blue right now. But it's kind of like almost a fluorescent blue. But yeah. So do you think it can get boring at some point, redundant?
I think it depends on what you do with it. I feel like if you get to a place where you feel like you can't really do much with the color that you choose to wear, it can get boring. If you feel like every single time that you dress that you can always add a certain color in and there's that excitement, if you feel like you're losing excitement, maybe it's time for you to just wear a white blouse or solid colors. But if you still have that excitement, I don't think it can. With your style, the thing about styling yourself is that there's the possibilities are endless. You can always change it. You can always do something differently. You can always add something. So if you feel like, I like it, other people may feel like it can be redundant or I've seen this before, but if if the confidence is within yourself that I can wear it like this, I can wear this color, I can wear this color, then never.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to ask, because I noticed I do that a lot with my clothing. Like I have a yellow dress actually, and I was thinking of like pairing it with a yellow statement necklace and some yellow earrings and yellow heels. I wanted to go all out with that.
I mean, if you want to
So I mean, I'm not going anywhere, but
even if you want to do that and you feel like that's redundant with
well, you said where would I want to wear it?
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
No, I said what I said was I didn't hear what you said.
No, I'm saying if you want to wear like the yellow and the yellow statement.
Can anyone hear me?
I can hear her, but I don't know if she can hear me.
I was going to say I could hear you. I don't know if Taylor can. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Shy.
Okay.
I can hear you.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Wait, should I go back to
you? A little bit.
Oh, me? Okay, let me not talk. But you go ahead, Shy. You answer a question, and then we're gonna go to our question.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, okay. I don't have to be on anymore. I think I'm good.
Yeah, it started going in and out, at least for me.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry too. It just happens when you have a lot. I'm not officially in my glow up studio yet, but when I am, I'm only going to have this connected to the Wi-Fi. But up to now, everything pulls from this, so it buffers a bit.
Oh, okay.
So I just honestly, I think that you were so gorgeous. There's such a glow. There's such a humility to you, but at the same time, such a power. Give me, I know you said Issa Rae, but I'm gonna, I do my top, my five. So I always have to do very questions that are particular to my guests specifically. So I'm going to give you some different people to choose from in regards to styling, and you just let me know who and why. All right?
Okay.
All right. My first two, Naomi Campbell or Tyra Banks?
Naomi Campbell. She has that fierceness. And I feel like when you style her, if given the opportunity to style her, you can do so much with so little with her, just because it's just, I feel like her energy is just,
she does. She is absolute fire. She is absolute fire. Okay, I love it. We're gonna go to men now. I already told on myself earlier, y'all, because I was like, oh, it wasn't no villains in Black Panther. Y'all know I told on myself. There wasn't no villains as far as Courtney is concerned, y'all. Michael B. Jordan or Chadwick Boseman.
Michael B. Jordan. I feel like with Chadwick, he's very straight to the point with his style, and I feel like I could experiment more with Michael. I could do more. It wouldn't necessarily have to be a casual look with him all the time. I could have fun with it. I feel like there would be more creative control.
Can I ask you a question in regards to that? Because I love who you chose, because you know that's where I was going towards too. But I like Chadwick, don't get me wrong. But you know what? To me, I love Chadwick. Like, if I were talking about husband, it would be Chadwick. It wouldn't be Michael B. Jordan. But like, just feeling like, I could have fun. And when it comes to styling, y'all, because y'all know Miss Courtney is single and celibate. I'm sold up, honey. I ain't trying to just be whatever. But when it comes to when I'm talking about just with styling, when I say you can have fun with them, I don't believe anybody is just for having fun. Okay. But the end scene, when Chadwick had that really elegant piece across him, does that have a particular name? Because I love that. It was like almost like a sari that that Indian people rock. It was orange. It was beautiful. It was black, and he had it across his suit. Chadwick for the husband. That's right. Chadwick for the win, Taylor. Put up a glow for me, Taylor. You already know. Chadwick for the husband. Amen.
I'm trying to remember that scene because I haven't watched the movie in so long, so I don't.
It was the scene that they brought back. It wasn't like the last scene of the movie. It was the one like after the credits. Yeah. Okay. Well, not after the credits roll, but it was like, when they showed what would happen with getting African Americans involved with setting up that conversation with Wakanda. It was like a press conference he had done. Okay, so we're gonna table that, but we'll be you have my information. We'll be feeding back to one another. All right. Okay. All right. So two more. Here we go. We're gonna give, because we're not discriminatory over here. We are not discriminatory over here. We are gonna give our lighter hued people some love, and with okay, you want me to laugh? Stop smiling. Okay, with the omission of an entanglement, who you styling? August Alsina or Will Smith? I had to do it. I'm sorry.
I know where you were going with it.
Forgive me. I don't want to discriminate. Let them get a style, sis. Let all. Girl, you heard her. Let all get a style. Who you styling? Og or Will? Who you styling?
I'm styling Jaden. He's hurt.
You styling Jaden?
I'm styling Jaden.
Y'all put a glow up for this girl. This girl said she's styling Jaden.
I'm styling Jaden.
She's styling Jaden. Y'all, if I ain't got the red table talk of the hour, y'all lying. Y'all, we glowing up today. Okay. All right. Number 4, as you have probably heard by now, there will be a Black Panther Part 2. Who are you choosing for your storm? You're choosing someone along the lines of a Nomandi, or are you choosing someone along the lines of the Beyonce? If you were styling and you had some say in who you're styling for Black Panther 2, and this is who they're telling you Storm could be, and it goes on who your styles mostly go with and who you want to put them on, who are you going with?
I would style. I know she's not a part of the roster, but Tika Sumter. I'd style her. I don't know.
Wow. So look, so this is what I love how we're having this discussion, because this is powerful. Because imagine that a stylist is brought in and you do have that type of creative director power. You understand? That who you will style is who gets the role. Girl, can you imagine Issa Rae will be calling you then, girl? Issa Rae? You won't have to worry about reaching out. Issa Rae will be like, wait, she can get me in the movie? Let her style me. Let her style me. Now, this is my last question, and this is huge because this is something I have been thinking about for years. So I really love that you are coming in and being not just an eye and weighing in, but I can tell like you're actually thinking and you're processing, which is so dope to me. Because y'all know I'm a real sapiosexual. That's someone who's like really intellectual, right? So I love when people are really thinking about what they're saying. They're not just like, and it's not something that's superficial. Because one thing that the Devil Wears Prada taught me was that fashion was not superficial as we think it is. It has a lot of in-depth, a lot of nuances, and a lot of power in the pieces, right? So I've been thinking about this for years. If there was any award show that you could be the stylist, the creative director for, what show would that be? What award show would that be? We have the Oscars, we have the Emmys, we have the Grammys, we have the Tonys, the NAACP Image Awards, and BET. Obviously, they I don't know if they still do hire, but I know they need to rehire. Amen. But because a lot of times it looks like prom night, so they had gotten one a couple of years ago, but I don't know if they still do. But I think that having a stylist, having a creative director just classes up your whole ensemble. It classes up the whole experience. It glows it up. So if you could have your pick of any of them, who are you styling? Who are you creative director for?
In 2017, in August of 2017, in my journal, in the back of it, I wrote 2021 style the BET Awards. So because there isn't really a sense to me as a viewer that it doesn't seem like people try when they style the BET Awards. So I know that I can have so much fun styling them.
Absolutely.
The Grammys.
It's just what I love what you said about that is you see how great minds think alike with that? Like that's humongous. That's huge. That's huge. That is huge. I love it. Sis, I hope you've enjoyed your time. I know we've enjoyed you. The glowers have enjoyed you. Girl, they have been talking. Like, you won't see it now because we're in the chat, but when you do the playback, you can see, like, they've been feeding in the whole time. They were very receptive of you. They the compliments kept pouring in. They love you. So in the playback, what I want to make sure that we have listed are your website, and any other type of contact information you want people to have. Of course, we'll have your social media handles, but any other type of contact information that you want in there, that will be our pinned comment. It'll be at the top. This is what people will be able to, every time somebody watches it, it's right at the top so people can see it. And so we can make sure that you get that proper promotion again and again and again. We were so excited to have you. And you know what, Taylor the Natural, and she gave two other people for Storm, which I hadn't even considered. I totally forgot about Sky Jackson. That's our love, our Disney princess that we love, and Brittany Sky. So Miss Hurricane put up some stars for you, girl. She loved you. Y'all put y'all glowers up one more time for our number one stylist. That's gonna be my director. Amen. So, sis, according to your fashion eye, how are you feeling? How are you feeling my look with my glasses and my glow up, sis?
I love the hair. We can start there.
Thank you. I'm peachified. Salkis Ray told me that. She said, "Oh, girl, you done gone up to Atlanta and got peachified."
I like the white. It brings it out.
Thank you. This is my favorite. Let me tell y'all, this crop top is absolutely my favorite Amazon buy. It was $7.
Gems, people. On his gems.
It was $7, y'all.
I like it.
What?
It's very cute.
I'm hoodied up, y'all. I'm hoodied up and boogied up, and it's a crop top. What? It's hot. It's hot and it's cold. What? Y'all, until next time, girls, say it with me. Y'all know what to do. Until next time, glow up.
Oh, it's glow up? Okay, glow
up.
Thank you so much.
See you guys Friday. Woo! No entanglements until then, please, y'all.